Hey everybody, thanks for joining me again for another video. I wanted to do another video about more of the stuff that I've been realizing through um, this break, from my boyfriend, and well, I guess now considered ex-boyfriend, I guess. And more realizations are coming to me, things that I realized more places where I was settling in my relationship where I didn't see that before. I accepted it and it was a pattern. And again, I'm sharing all this with everybody to help you, viewers out there. Maybe this will help you, do the work, take the time between relationships, or if you have a relationship that is tumultuous, it's chaotic, it's up and down, it's all toxic, because of one or both of you, obviously, and you have things to work on. It's usually both of you to an extent, if it's constantly up and down. So another thing that I noticed that I had given in on my boundaries early in the relationship, and I expressed early in the relationship that that I didn't like it. But I didn't do it to the extent that I needed to. I didn't lay down a boundary and have that discussion. And now in retrospect, I'm thinking back, I'm like, wow, I allowed that and I was settling for that and accepting less than what I deserved. And that was third party. That was a third party. And a third party, for those of you who don't know, can be anybody or anything, not just like another woman or, another member of the opposite sex, whatever, that your partner's allowing to come between the relationship. It can be a job. It could be, friends, over giving to friends when there needs to be more exclusivity in their life. Once you are more committed, where they need to pull away from friends, create boundaries, and give more to the relationship. And that's where I found that I was allowing that to come between us as a third party situation. And this is a repeat pattern. This happened with, my best friend before that, there was a situation there. It was my twin flame. I believe my twin flame. Starting to second guess that now. But I'm starting to think maybe my current, most recent boyfriend is at this point. But it's definitely, both of them triggered me into higher growth and evolution by triggering my wounds, and we were triggering each other's wounds. We were mirroring each other's wounds. We had the same wounds, and then we were mirroring it back into each other and triggering each other's wounds. And that was supposed to be our way of helping each other's souls to evolve through that triggering process. By taking time away to introspect, work on yourself, lay healthy boundaries wherever needed, if that's needed, and or let things go, and and that takes time sometimes away from the relationship. And that's something that I'm now realizing, even just a few days later. I'm realizing more things that I allowed that I shouldn't have, because it is a repeat pattern that I've allowed that in the last several relationships, really. So I see that now. So doing it, once I saw that, and that I was given that guidance last Sunday from my guides to lay down those healthy, heavy boundaries, strict boundaries with my then boyfriend. It hurt me and it hurt him. And yes, that does hurt when you initially lay down boundaries with somebody where there was a lack of boundaries or not enough boundaries. You're going to feel that hurt, that separation. You're going to feel, sorry, touch my mic. You're going to feel pain. You're going to feel bad. You're going to feel guilty, but it's ultimately for your highest good. Sorry, the neighbors out there. Anyway, so it's, something that is really important to have. Obviously, is early in the relationship, you need to establish what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with, and make that very well known. Have that conversation. And I didn't do that for myself, so that was my fault. I allowed that to occur, even though I mentioned at least 2 or 3 times throughout the relationship, the last 9-10 months, that I was not comfortable with that. I didn't like it, but I was accepting it. I was accepting less than what I deserved. And to me, I was dismissing myself. I was settling, and I didn't think it was that big of a deal in the moment. And now I see where in past relationships that has been the problem. I have not been emotionally fulfilled because I have been settling, because I have been allowing those third parties to be involved in whatever it is in the relationship, be it a job or other people, or usually a combination. So I laid the healthy boundaries with, my boyfriend, and now he has to basically meet my criteria of my now healthier boundaries with this. And now you cannot connect with me anymore until you do the work to remove these third parties, let go of that if you want to connect with me again in the future. And that's what I reiterated that. It hurt me. I cried. Let me tell you, I've cried for days. It's gotten better. But I can tell you the sense of more security and empowerment you feel as a result of that is so worth it. So I definitely encourage people to, you know, really take a look at yourself, because you may not be seeing where you're overgiven to people, settling, allowing certain things that really kind of build resentment over time and bother you, but you're ignoring that. You're choosing to dismiss yourself, and in so doing, you're allowing that person to dismiss you and your needs by not laying those healthy boundaries. You're doing it to yourself. So it's a self-imposed prison based upon your lack of healthy boundaries, and you're taking action to protect yourself and express your needs in the relationship. So I've done that. I know there's still a lot of love there. I really hurt him, and it's hurt me. But now I feel more self-empowered. I feel more secure, which is what I needed to get. Um, and I've raised the standard in order to connect with me. And now the standard is higher. You're going to meet this criteria, or somebody else will meet it. That's the way it goes. And I hate it because I love this person with all my heart. I really want things to work out, but I'm no longer willing to settle for being one of the many in somebody's life. Like, you need at some level to commit and give exclusivity and remove extra people out of your life and give more of your attention to a relationship when you get into that committed state. And he was not ready to do that, and that's okay. I don't hold that against him. He's got things he's got to work on. He's got to work on stability. He's got to work on different things just like I do. I can do those things too. But I'm no longer willing to settle now. And like I said, in order to connect with me, it's the stakes are higher. The, you got to do more work. So I raised my vibration to a new level, and he's got to meet me there. He's got to do the work and meet me there. And that's what it takes in order to, get your security back. But also I found where, in the relationship, I was given that power away in other ways. And so I'm still looking into that and still uncovering more truths about that. But I wanted to share this most recent truth I've learned through this, as you guys are walking with me through this process of healing, through this process of choosing yourself in every relationship. I'm even trying to choose myself in my job now. I want to work for myself. I want to do something fulfilling where I help people heal and I help people grow spiritually. And that's something that I'm now choosing to try to shift my focus on, is healing myself, doing the work on myself, and helping others. And if that person, whether it be him or somebody else, is ready and done the work and ready to meet me on that level, then that person will come into my life. But I can't let it shift me away from my focus on myself and no longer dropping what I'm doing to put them first. That's what I've got to start working on within myself. So I wanted to share that. I hope that helps some people out there. It's a beautiful day out here. We had some rain. It got really cold last night, but it's beautiful today. And I'm gonna try to get some sun. Got my bathing suit, my little cover up on here. Lily and I are together this week, and we're gonna try to go to a local beach and try to get some sun and play. So hoping to do that here soon. So anyway, I hope this helps some people out there. I'll be uploading some more things. I'm probably going to be changing I'm thinking about changing the branding on my channel to not just be about podcasts, but be other things like maybe just ethereal pathways, not necessarily just a podcast. It might be, might be dropping videos where I'm channeling things, messages for people, true spiritual truths, just whatever I'm guided to do. So some of the videos may shift, and there may be a different focus on some of them than something like this. But I'm going to try to continue to do this, or as I'm guided. Oops, sorry, as I'm guided. So anyway, I hope this helps some people out there. Take care, and I'll leave you all in love and light. Bye.